it's Crystal. Welcome back to my channel, Cries Pearls Art Studio. This video I have been wanting to do ever since I purchased this box. This box is actually the Amity Bloom Provision Box, and I never really even opened it. I mean, I opened it and I kind of looked inside of it, but then we got busy and I got carried away, and then I was like, oh, you know, I'll just wait until I can film a video. So without further ado, many months later, here is the Amity Bloom Provision Box that she sent that I purchased. So when you first open it, this is pretty much what it looked like as soon as I received it. And the reason I purchased it was not only because the fabric's really pretty and stuff, but honestly I really wanted to see like what the boxes were going for and how much they were, and it was kind of like a research project for me in a way. Just like whenever I watch YouTube videos and if the artist doesn't really reveal too much of how they created something and they don't want to like share their process, then I really enjoy trying to find out everything I can to figure out how something was made. So like fabric washi, I now know how it's made. And so I purchased this box, like I said, it's kind of like a little research project. It was $150 for this box and everything I'm about to show you. She doesn't ever post anything on her YouTube channel whenever she shows these things, the cost. So if you are curious how much it went for, it was $150. Now I know it's a lot of money, but like I said, I really just wanted to see what was $150. So without further ado, let's just get into this. Okay, you're presented with the little provision box label here, and then she has her card, Amity Bloom, and then her Etsy and all that stuff, and then a little heart. And then we have this thank you letter. I created these provision boxes for those of us who adore the world of fabric and paper. For many of us, those are our provisions for creativity. We love and value the art and importance of textiles and paper. I'm so grateful and happy that you supported our provisions and are excited to use these treasures in your art to create beautiful and meaningful work. From one provision sister to another, sending you love and a huge hug. So there's that. Okay, so as you can see, nothing has been opened. So we're gonna open it together on camera, and then I will finally be able to put these things away. Okay. Alright, so here we go. Okay, well this little thing is knotted, but there's some little tags here, and some little like fake floral pieces. You can see there's some little tags. So I'm not gonna untie this because it's knotted, so I'm just gonna take the fabric off. Tissue paper. I honestly don't even remember when she did this. If you maybe watch one of her YouTube videos, you can see it, but I'm pretty sure it was nearly a year ago, over a year ago. And then here we have this little trim sample pack and this cute little rhinestone. If you can see that, these are really pretty. And then we have some ephemera pieces. So let's see. Looks like some vintage music note paper. And some little post-its, or like little notebook papers actually. Yep. I try to keep it sort of intact, but the presentation is very sweet. And then this is a little handmade tag, fabric tag with some trim, and a little pocket. This is another little pocket. This looks like a piece of wallpaper. And it's also a pocket. This is a napkin. Oops. If we can find the opening. Here we go. Very springy and pretty. And a vintage postcard. Very Victorian-esque. And an envelope. Okay. Then we have some buttons. And we have this little embellishment pack. Another little heart. These are just scrapbook paper hearts, in case you're wondering. And then these are, I'm pretty sure that these are the little journal, oh, paper clips, yeah. So there's a little button bead, and these are paper clips, and as you can see, this is how it was put together. Some fabric. Just rip the paper. And then the paper clips, the beads, the little glass beads. Very cute. An embossed tag. And then these are the vintage, or not vintage, I don't know if they're vintage, they're just little embellishments. They don't look like they're vintage, so. Okay. And I have to say the presentation is really cute. Some more fabric swatch on a little wood chip spool. And then we have the little collection of beads in the glass jar. There's a little flower, sequins, glass beads. It's very aesthetically pleasing as far as like the color scheme, so that's really cute. A cute little touch. And then this is a trim spool. And you can see this is what the trim looks like. It's kind of a lacy mesh, sort of. And then we have another one. It's the blues. Same thing. It's a little fabric like strip that's wrapped around a spool. And then we have another fabric sample. I don't know how true to vintage these are. They seem, I think she said they were vintage in the video whenever she was showcasing them, but I don't remember. Like I said, it's been a really long time, and I've been wanting to record to show these, but I just haven't had a chance. And then we have this. It's kind of like an organza material, I think. And the fabrics are really cute and pretty. Alright, so now the actual, like the chunk of, I think the big part of the box, which is the fabric. And then here's another, this looks like a wallpaper piece here, this heart. There's some ephemera down there, we'll get to that in just a moment. And these are, excuse my reach, these are the fabrics. So we have some floral. But in case, you know, if you ever try to purchase one of her boxes or journals or anything, and you know, you're really not sure how much they're going to cost, and then you miss the sale because people sell, or people purchase her stuff so fast that you literally have to be refreshing your phone or your computer literally like every second. So that's what I did for this, because I really do like the fabrics. I think they're super pretty. But in case you were wondering back then, you know, how much did these go for? They went for $150 for the whole box. Would I purchase one of these again? No. But like I said, it was just something I wanted to get because I needed to see it in person. I needed to know how much it was. And yeah. You can see all these pretty little fabrics. crochet work. Lots of pretty crocheted stuff. The presentation is definitely, I mean, it's very well put together. It's the color scheme. I love the color scheme. We're actually gonna, when we move, we're gonna be doing the blue and white theme in our living room and our kitchen, and touches of yellow and stuff. So now looking at this a year later, this actually is working out pretty well, because I will probably create some sort of journal with it, or I don't really know. I was on a journal creating spree for a little while, but then, you know, we got pregnant, had the baby, and now it's all about baby and try to record if I can. So this is an interesting fabric. I'm not really sure what this is, but it's kind of like a knitted, it kind of reminds me of like a baby blanket or something, like a receiving blanket of some sort. And then there's this fabric. All right, so that's all the fabric, and you've seen the fabric samples. And we have a little bit of a shadow here. Let's try to, okay, and then we have the ephemera packets. So I'll move some of these out of the way. That way. Okay, now we can focus on the ephemera. I'm pretty sure that a lot of this is the vintage wallpaper. That she was talking about, and then some other ephemera pieces. So yeah, some wallpaper strips, some little wallpaper heart cutouts, some receipt pieces. I think this is, yeah, scrapbook paper, some cardstock, scrapbook, lots of scrapbook papers. Scrapbook, I think. I'm not sure if that's like an authentic piece of vintage or if it's a copy of something. More scrapbook papers. Scrapbook. A little vintage recipe, it looks like. This vintage book pages, vintage notebook paper, music sheet. So you're not, I didn't get anything whole, so everything is just like a piece, you know, like not a whole letter or anything like that. It's just a little piece of the vintage ledgers and things. No, this is a whole sheet of paper. Okay, and then these are what looks to be the wallpaper samples. Yeah. Almost through. It's really cute. I like that one a lot. And we have some piano paper. I actually purchased a huge lot of this on Facebook Marketplace. I have like 70 rolls of them, which is super cool. And I got it for like 40 bucks, I think. So I have tons of the piano paper. And I have tons of vintage wallpaper, but like I said, this was kind of like a little bit of a research project. And I knew going into it that it was probably going to be costly just because of, you know, kind of like how things have been sold in the past. And I did this for myself, and I think that the papers and the presentation is really sweet and cute. So there you have it. This is the Amity Bloom Provision Box, and that's everything that was included, and that's the price. So if you ever want to purchase something from Amity Bloom, just know that you're probably going to have to pay a little bit of a pretty penny. So hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!